Welcome to Kyle Nowers, and if you're not using it, you're losing it. In today's video, I'm going over my top 5 builds, man, that you need in Black Ops 6. Now, I'm going to give y'all classes that use the gunfighter perk and also just 5 attachments. And I'm going to be showing you the differences between both and what you can succeed with these. Let's get into it. First up, we have the AEK. So the AEK is a 3-round burst, but I'm telling you, this thing will 1-burst people. So getting into the attachments, this is for the 8 attachment build, and then we're going to do the 5 attachment build after. For the optic, you can run whatever you want. I usually like the Kepler. For the muzzle, we're going to be running the ported compensator, okay? This is going to help us with our first shot recoil. Since it is 3 bursts, this is essential to help us bring it down, all right, after each burst. And it's going to give us a boost in our recoil and our vertical recoil. All right. For the barrel, we're going to be running the reinforced barrel. Best of both worlds. Is going to increase our damage range. We're going to be within the full damage range within multiplayer. Come on now. This thing is a glass cannon. All right. And it's going to up our bullet velocity by 25%. All right. It's going to put us at 1,075 meters per second. Putting it on. Now for the underbarrel, we're going to be repping a vertical grip. This is going to give us that horizontal recoil control that we need, and it's going to give us 35% reduced horizontal recoil control. For the magazine, run the extended mag, the first one. For the rib grip, we're going to be running that ergonomic grip. All right, this is going to give us that slide, that dive, and that aim down sight speed. Essential for ARs. This is what we need to be running. For the stock, we're going to be running the balance stock. This is going to give us that strafe movement, the regular movement speed, the hip fire speed, and the aim walking speed. All right. So it's going to increase our movement speed by 13%, crouch by 20%, and most importantly, that aim walking movement speed by 11%. All right. And then lastly, we're going to skip over laser. We don't need that. And for the firing mod, this is where it makes this gun money. All right, money. Putting on rapid fire. Now it is going to reduce a little bit of stuff, but I'm telling you, this thing is a laser beam, very little recoil control. So we're putting on that rapid fire. Now let's hop into the shooting range. Now hopping into the fire range, I'm gonna show y'all the difference in the burst. So this is just me regular bursting, but when you hold down the trigger, it actually shoots faster. This thing is crazy. And of course, come on, man. You 1-bursting. Come on now. Now hopping into it for the 5 attachment build, you could get very similar results. Okay, very similar results. Of course, for the optic, we're gonna put the Kepler on. Now this is where you go either or. You could add the ported compensator, or you can switch it out for the extended mag. It's up to you. If you can control the recoil, put the extended mag on. But if you want to control that recoil a little bit more, put the ported on. But I'm telling you, either or, it best of both worlds. And I'm gonna make a comparison for y'all so y'all can see. So we're gonna put the ported compensator on. For the barrel, we're still gonna put that reinforcement barrel on. For the rear grip, ergonomic grip, firing mod, rapid fire. Very similar results. Now this is a recoil control comparison between them. 5 attachments. Next up, we have the Ames 85. So getting into the Ames 85. Now, I'm going to start running a little bit quicker because a lot of these attachments are going to be the same. We're just changing a thing here and there for each one. So for the 8 attachment build for the Ames, we're just going to put the Kepler back on. For the muzzle, this is where we're going to change it a little bit. We're going to put the regular compensator on versus the ported comp. So we're going to put that on. For the barrel, of course, reinforced barrel. Vertical grip for the underbarrel. For the magazine, first mag, rear grip, ergonomic grip. For the stock, now this is where you can also go different. If you want a little bit more movement, you can put the light stock on, but I'm just going to put the balance stock on because I like to keep it balanced. But if you want a little bit more of that hip fire, that movement, or the strafing, put the light stock on. For the firing mod, rapid fire. All right, now getting into the 5 attachment build. Now If you don't want the sight on there, that's one you could get rid of. But the iron sights, they're a little bad, man. So I usually keep it. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep the comp. I'm gonna keep the reinforced barrel. Those are essential. I'm gonna take off the vertical foregrip. I'm gonna take off the stock, and I'm gonna take off the extended mag. Bam. That's where we at, and you'll be able to control this just fine. I'll even hop in the fire range and show you. Just fine. All right. Come on now. Moving on to a SMG, the C9. Now for the C9, I feel like this SMG just gives that nice balanced movement, and it feels so good over some of the other SMGs in there. Now we're going to be covering one more SMG that I think is just a king of SMGs. For some reason, this thing just knocks down people. But going into the C9 for the 8 attachment build, now this gun is nice. It don't need a sight, but we're just going to go ahead and put one on. And if you don't want to put a sight on, you could change it out for a laser, and I'll show you that laser in a second. For the sight, of course, we're going to put the Kepler on. For the muzzle, we're going to be putting the compensator on over the ported comp, just because it gives us just more recoil control and vertical recoil control. So we're going to put that vertical on. For the barrel, reinforced barrel, under barrel. Now I like to keep my SMGs a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more in your face. So we're going to be putting the Ranger foregrip on. All right, it's going to give us horizontal recoil control, but it's going to give us that sprint movement speed over the vertical grip. Now if you want more recoil control, you could just straight put on a vertical grip, but I like to keep my SMGs a little bit more in your face. So we're going to put the Ranger grip on. For the magazine, the first magazine, rear grip, we're going to be changing this to the CQB grip. All right, this is going to give us dive to fire, slide to fire, and sprint to fire over the aim down sight speed. Okay, more in your face. We're going to be sliding, moving a little bit more, so we're going to need it. This brings our slide to fire speed to 160 milliseconds. All right, essential for what we need, and sprint to fire is at 98. All right, we're going to be putting that on. For the stock, we're going to be running no stock. All right, this just helps out more with movement, increasing our movement by 16%, making it 6 meters per second. So we're going to be putting that on. Fire mod, rapid fire, of course. Now, going back to it, if you don't want that optic, you could put a laser on. So just go ahead and put the fast motion laser on. All right, it might help you with a little bit of hit firing, which could help you in the long run. All right, getting into the 5 attachment build. We don't need a sight. All right, the sights on this are nice. They're so good. Of course, muzzle, compensator, barrel, reinforced barrel. Under barrel, we could run the Ranger foregrip, firing mod, rapid fire. Lastly, for the grip, ergonomic grip, not ergonomic, CQB grip. All right, and I would say that's the 5 attachment build. And of course, if you don't want that under barrel, you get rid of it. If you need a little bit more ammo, put the 40 mag on there, and bam, you have your C9 build. That's gonna be stout. This gun doesn't even need an introduction, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The old Tonto. Enemy marksman shooting. All right, now for the Tonto, this gun is a 3-hit gun up close and at a little bit of range. This thing just hits, man. It really hits. Now, a lot of these attachments, of course, are copied from the C9. You can move them over. You'll get different builds. However you put it, you want it a little bit closer in your face or more a little bit laid back. But of course, I want mine in your face. So we're going to go ahead with the Kepler. Compensator, barrel, reinforced barrel, under barrel, Ranger foregrip, magazine, extended mag, rear grip, CQB grip, stock, no stock, firing mods, rapid fire. And of course, we could go over, you could change it to the balanced stock if you want a little bit more balance. Under barrel, of course, you could put the vertical foregrip on there. All right, that's the 8 attachment build. And for the 5 attachment, just do the same thing, man. You know, we're going to go ahead and take off the sight. We're going to take off the extended mag, and we're going to take off the under barrel for this one, and bam, there it is. And if you don't want to take off the stock, you could change it and put the Ranger on there. You could switch it up however you want, man. Play with how you think best fits, but the most important attachments, of course, is going to be that compensator, the reinforced barrel, and that rapid fire. You need those 3, so just come up with the other 2. And I will also say that CQB grip is essential, so you're just playing around with honestly just one. All right, moving on. Saving one of the best for last, the Model L. All right, so with the Model L, I think this is the best AR in the game. I'll put this thing over the XM4, the AK, over the aims that I showed y'all, just barely. They're about what, but it is over it, I would say, over the GPR, over the Goblin, over the AS Val. All right, so hopping into this build. For the A attachment build, of course, same thing, Kepler with the comp, with the reinforced barrel. Now with this gun, to be able to control the recoil, you might have to put the vertical foregrip on, okay? But if you want it more in your face, like I always say, put the Ranger on. So we're gonna go ahead and put the vertical on. First mag, rear grip. We're gonna put the ergonomic grip on because it is an AR. We need that aim down sight speed. But if you was going to go with the in your face build, you could put the CQB with the Ranger foregrip. See how that does for you. For the stock, you could put the light stock on for more in your face, but for this one, we're going to put the balance stock. Fire mod, rapid fire, all right? And that is the build for this gun. Now for the 5 attachment build, you could go ahead and take off the sight. You go ahead and take off the extended mag and the stock. This is your 5 attachment build for this gun. You're going to need that vertical foregrip with this gun with that rapid fire. Hopping into it real quick, if you don't like the iron sights of the regular Model L, you can use the STG version. Now you get this at Prestige 2 level 50, I believe. So it might take you a while if you're not already there, but this is better iron sights to some people, not to me, but it is an option. That wrapped up my top 5 builds in Black Ops 6 multiplayer. I hope it's helpful for you. I hope it's useful. And I'm going to be coming out with more content for Warzone, whether it's tipped, meta, anything. Feel free to like and subscribe. And remember, if you ain't using it, you're losing it. Catch you on the next one.